back, everyone. This podcast is Great Leader approved, and we will say nothing inflammatory except welcome to episode 69 of TV Show in Space. And Commander Neil will be joining
69.
us. Deep Space 69. Oh my God. Immediately prompted. Guys, at the end of this, remind me to search for the porn parodies of Deep Space Nine.
I'd be really surprised if there are some, actually, in this case.
Gang, Jake.
Rule 34, Jake.
I don't know if you know this.
I do. I am well aware.
Yeah.
But
how aware are you? Pervert.
Look, hey,
welcome to TV Show in Space.
It's all under the umbrella.
Yep. I'm telling you, there's got to be.
Listen, I'm your host, Commander.
Send me a link.
Yeah, I will. Don't you worry, friend.
Prove me wrong, I dare you. Send me that link. That's all it's for.
Whoa! We don't use that phrase. Prove me wrong. We don't use that. We don't.
Right.
You went from they don't exist to send me a link really quickly.
Real quick.
Disgusting. Where could I find?
Could I have been more Utah in that moment?
Disgusting. Show me.
I don't believe you until you show me where it is. Hey, okay, TV Show in Space. We're in it. We're in Deep Space Nine, everybody. I know you guys have been like so excited, and the response to the first episode that we've recorded of Deep Space Nine, yeah, guys have been so nice, and people. This is what I love about this podcast in particular. People I've never heard of in my whole entire life message me out of the blue and are like, "Hey, I love the show. I'm gonna watch Deep Space Nine so I can hang out with you guys." And I'm like. The far reaches of this podcast. I would love to hear from more of you, because right now it feels like only 6 people listen to the podcast, and I would love to hear from more of you.
Do you have an email address they can write into?
Oh God,
no.
I have an old email address.
Let's get an email address made for you, and then you can pimp that every episode, and people can.
Or just leave your comments.
Or leave your comments
in the YouTubes.
In the YouTubes. Yeah. People have been finding me on Instagram. Anyway, so okay, I'm here with the usual cast of characters: Admiral Carrie Jackson, Ensign Chief O'Quad, and Jake. Jake, what do you want your rank to be?
Oh, wait, we can choose now?
No, not you, Tony.
Ambassador. Let's go ambassador.
Wow.
Ambassador Jake. Perfect. Oh, guys,
Man,
also
scrape and fight for Chief over here.
Yeah. Huge news. Tony.
You demoted yourself, Tony. You demoted yourself.
Is
Tony
Chief a demotion from Ensign? Ensign?
Ensign.
Is it?
How Utah is that?
Ensign? Ensign Eccles?
Oh, I have a subscription to Ensign magazine.
You too. All right.
But big news, Tony started the original series. Have you watched any more besides The Cage, Tony?
No.
Oh my God.
As far as you've gotten.
I will. Let me be clear about that.
The man trap is next, right?
That's right. I will. I just haven't.
You better not have salt in your body, or else. That's the plot of that episode.
Here's a scene. Here's a scene for Man Trap. Tony, you ready?
Yes.
Oh!
Right. Okay. All right. Something to look forward to.
Folks on the YouTube love that.
People listening.
No, I'll watch a few more episodes before we meet next, but I have only made time to watch that terrible pilot that got canceled.
It's fine. Okay, listen, you guys. We're going to be talking about some Deep Space Nine. We're going to be talking about these episodes. Past Prologue, A Man Alone, Babel, Captive Pursuit. It's been a while since we've done this particular format, so I'm feeling all out of sorts. But let's talk about Past Prologue. Tana Los, a former Bajoran terrorist during the occupation, asks Sisko for asylum on DS9. Meanwhile, the station's last Cardassian inhabitant, Garak, possibly a former spy for the Cardassian government, proves an interesting mystery to Dr. Bashir.
Wait a second. We're gonna just fly on by Garak, and I get in trouble for Ensign?
I was waiting for her to get done so I could say Garrick.
Okay.
Garrick, hey, listen, we're still so early on in these episodes that I don't know how to pronounce anyone's names. Garrick? Like Garrick.
Yeah.
No.
Did you
Elim.
watch Did you watch it?
Elim is his first name.
He's got a first name?
Yeah. Elim Garrick.
I don't think they've said it yet.
He is
in,
but a humble
Elon
thing.
Derrick. Okay.
Yeah, right.
The crew of Deep Space Nine rescue Bajoran Tanalos from a vessel that is being attacked by the Cardassians. They state that Tana is a known member of a terrorist organization and demand his return, but Tana asks for political asylum, pleading to his former friend Major Kira for help. Commander Sisko grants his request. Later, Odo spots Tana with the Duras sisters. I recognize those boobs anywhere.
Yeah.
Those two.
Those
Making
four.
covert discussions. Tana also seeks to gain the use of the runabout from Kira. Also, heads up, IMDb does not have synopsises for these episodes. I'm going purely off of Wikipedia, so we're missing some fun stuff in the details. So, should you think of a moment that you like, shout it out. Is this the episode where Dax is meditating or doing some kind of game, and Bashir walks in, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
That's episode 5, I think.
Well, I mean, Bashir in the Emissary Part 1 and 2, I made it pretty clear.
He comes in on her on Dax, and she's got that orb that
She's playing some game.
Yeah, I think that was in the next episode or the one after that.
But this is the first season of Dr. Bashir Horndog.
Yeah.
That's his character. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's fine. Speaking of Dr. Bashir, thanks to his newfound friend Garrick, rhymes with Derek, overhears the Duras sisters planning to rendezvous with the Bajoran to give him a vial of bellitrium, a crystalline compound that can release a tremendous amount of power, but only if connected to an antimatter converter. Garrick reveals why the Cardassians were chasing Tana. He stole one from them, meaning he will have the component materials required to build a bomb. The whole interaction between Garrick and Bashir, where Garrick is like, come to my store? Come to my store.
Come to my tailor shop.
Tailor shop.
Come to my tailor shop at specifically 11:57. And Bashir, the dumbest man alive, can't quite
Feels that way.
figure out what he's talking about.
He's socially awkward. All right, that's it. Because he is really smart.
I'm sure.
He's socially awkward.
So is Geordi. Okay, so with no solid evidence to act
You leave
currently.
Geordi out of this.
And
My favorite character.
At least Jordy's kind of knew when to quit.
The crew allow him to take the runabout and intend to arrest him after the transaction. Kira finds herself confused about her own past with the Bajoran resistance, where her current loyalties stand, and offers to go with Tana in the runabout. Commander Sisko and Chief Miles O'Brien wait in a second runabout nearby, while Tana and Kira complete the transaction. When the second runabout appears, Tana realizes that he's been set up, and matters are further complicated by the arrival of a Cardassian warship. Tana orders Kira at gunpoint to return to the station, intending to collapse the wormhole with an explosive device, because then Bajor will have no motivation to invite Federation presence on Bajoran territory, which he sees as new occupation. His whole motivation, I do think, is really fascinating, because I don't think he's wrong, right? Bajor just got out of this major occupation, and why should they bend the knee to another otherworldly presence?
I totally get it, but at the same time, the Federation is there to help. It's like the United Nations. Join us, and we'll all protect each other, and it'll be awesome, and you'll have rights, and
Is that not what the Cardassians promised?
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. Listen, I wasn't there.
They didn't promise us anything except for mining ore. That's all.
Commander Robert Neal has joined us, everybody. Hey, Robert.
Hello. Just got back to Starbase 80.
How was it?
Did you
Starbase
have your
80.
sonic shower yet?
Are your arms tired?
Okay. Kira lurches the runabout to one side, causing Tana to fall over and allowing her to pilot the ship through the wormhole to the Gamma Quadrant, where she ejects the bomb, causing it to explode harmlessly in space, except on whatever's on the other side of the wormhole. However, Tana has regained control of his weapons and orders Kira to return to the Alpha Quadrant. There, Sisko gives Tana an ultimatum, either to give himself over to the station's authorities or wait to be destroyed by the Cardassians. Tana hands over his weapon to Kira, turns himself in, and Kira explains that he may someday come to understand why this was the right thing to do. Okay, this is a very whatever episode, I think.
I felt that way too. It's like, meh.
Like, okay,
Well, I mean,
great.
it was important though because it kind of helped establish Kira's backstory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
so
establish
there's
the
that.
Bajoran resistance a little more. things
Explains
like
the
that.
resistance a little bit. You know, we don't get a lot to chew on, but we get just enough. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that.
Whoa, goodness gracious.
But we get just enough, you know, to
Mm-hmm.
to make us want more. You know, an amuse
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, and I feel like we're not so far into DS9 yet. I feel like I'm at a buffet of Star Trek stories, and oh gosh, there's just a lot. There's just so much happening, and I don't feel like we have briefly touched on the Bajorans and the Cardassians and their whole thing, and the next couple of episodes we move just right along and don't really get back to this quite yet. And I'm like, oh god, okay, but I feel like there's more that we need to be doing here.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
I think it's
yes, it's true.
Like, yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
no, I was just gonna say it's true, but I mean, they just hit you with Cisco, Kira, Bashir, Dax, O'Brien, Quark, Rom. They hit you with 8 characters right out of the
Odo.
gate, and they dropped a lot of lore. And now it's like, okay, there's the catch-up cycle that becomes a factor, and now, you know, you're like, here's a taste of what's going on with Bajor, or what has gone on during the occupation, and then it becomes more of a slower burn as far as finding out how Bajorans are dealing with coming out of said occupation.
I feel like I'm at a new high school,
Yeah.
and there's a lot.
That's a good
Gotta-
way to put it.
Got to
Yes.
make new friends.
I like that.
I gotta make new friends. I gotta figure out the lore of this place.
Figure out what my classes are.
Some trivia for this episode: the first appearance of Garrick.
I mean, Garak.
Shut! I'm gonna be bullied so bad. Pop me in a locker. Guest star Susan Bay Nimoy, Rear Admiral Rollman, was previously married to frequent Star Trek guest star John Schuck and subsequently to Leonard Nimoy. She will reprise her role later.
I did not realize she was married to John Schuck and Leonard Nimoy.
She's got a type.
Yeah, she's in the Star Trek.
Star
dudes.
Trek dudes, yeah.
Ambassadors.
Can you
no
blame
less.
her? This is the only appearance of the Duras sisters on DS9. Color me devastated.
That's because they were killed like a year later. So
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first Star Trek episode in which no ship named Enterprise appears.
I thought it felt a little off.
Huge. Huge.
yeah, that's
Right?
true. Yeah.
Wow.
This episode also marks the introduction of Gold Press Latinum to the franchise. And in the documentary What We Left Behind, looking back at Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Andrew Robinson revealed that they had always felt that Garrick was gay and that his initial interest in Dr. Bashir was motivated by sexual attraction. In the same documentary, showrunner Ira Stephen Bear expressed regret that the show never openly addressed Garrick's sexuality.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, because the second that he appears on screen, he's so
gay!
Fairly flamboyant.
well. I was going to say
in his
charming, but
movements.
come on.
I mean, sure, that too.
I mean,
You
I
can be both.
immediately, I just went, this guy. I want to know more about this guy. You know,
when I was 13 and the show premiered, my best friend's mom, their whole family watched Star Trek, and I went over to my friend's house and she pointed out that he was gay, and little naive Utah Valley me was like,
What's that?
no.
now
I think you meant to say confirmed bachelor.
confirm.
Sir.
Yes, that's what they. Liberace was a confirmed
He
bachelor.
has many friends.
He's a plain and simple tailor.
But here's the
right.
thing. Andrew Robinson could have taken this to a weird level if he were a different actor. But I think that he realized, no, we're going to reel it in, keep it mysterious. I'm just going to. Sorry about that, folks.
Carrie, what is going on over there?
Bless
I
you.
know. I'll have to fix that.
Farting up a storm.
But he could have taken it way over the top if he were a different actor. But
No, I think it
Andrew
was
Robinson played
spot
it.
on.
Yeah.
There is a line towards season 5 or 6 that's a tacit acknowledgement of his sexuality without overtly saying it. The setup, Kira says, "She loved you, you know," and he says, "If only I could have loved her back."
But also, he's a different species. Is homosexuality
Well, who's the Cardassian? So I mean, they're pretty.
They're
I mean,
a
as
little
you'll
more
see,
pan-
as
a little more pansexual than anything.
Yeah.
gross. Okay. Just kidding. Everyone's welcome here.
I'm still trying to
let's-
wrap my head around 2 spinal columns.
Never forget the
Whoa.
Klingons have 2 dicks.
So that's another thing. Yeah.
Oh, holy moly!
But,
No
but
wonder
all in all,
Deanna
it-
was into it.
It's an okay Star Trek episode, but you need it. You know, we're still setting the board pieces. You
Yeah,
know,
and it
and
wasn't even
compare it-
supposed to be the next episode. It was supposed to be this next episode that we're going to talk about, A Man Alone.
You compare it to stuff like the first 3 or 4 of Next Generation, which was like Naked Now, Code of Honor. They learned
Yeah.
a thing or two.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and as we get further on, it is very obvious this is not Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek, and I am experiencing a bit of a learning curve because I'm like, there's an episode coming up where I'm like, wow, this really truly is just the Wild West out here at DS9.
Yes,
But
you're on the edges of space.
just crazy. Let's talk about A Man Alone. Ibudan? Am I saying that? Listen, these names. I'm going to struggle with all of the names.
Yeah, I don't remember that one specifically.
All right. A criminal that Odo has dealt with before returns to DS9 only to be murdered shortly after, leaving Odo to be the prime suspect. Jake and Nog's troublemaking prompts Keiko to do something helpful for the station's children. We got B-plots, everybody. So Odo has become worried at the number of new people arriving at Deep Space Nine due to the newly discovered wormhole. While talking to Quark in his
around
bar,
here.
a lot of change happening around here. Not sure how I feel about it.
I don't know how I feel about that.
People with their city tendencies. While talking with Quark in his bar, Odo observes a man he recognizes and demands that he leave the station. The man refuses, and the two get into a fight that is broken up by Station Commander Benjamin Sisko. Odo explains to Sisko that the man is Ibudan, who was a smuggler of goods to Bajorans during the Cardassian occupation. Though considered a hero by some, Odo states that Ibudan let a young girl die when her parents could not afford the smuggled goods and later killed a Cardassian officer. He has since gone free after the end of the occupation. Sisko warns Odo that he cannot take action against him without any evidence of a crime being committed. Sorry, Odo. It be like that. However, later, Ibudan is found dead in one of Quark's holosuites. One of his friends reports to Sisko and Major Kira that Ibudan was afraid Odo would kill him. No DNA is found at the scene of his murder other than that of Ibudan and the officers investigating the crime. The general populace of the station start to become suspicious of Odo, whom they consider untrustworthy due to his unknown origin as a shapeshifter and his past association with the Cardassian regime. Sisko temporarily relieves Odo of duty as head of security. Dr. Bashir discovers that Ibudan was performing medical experiments on a strange material in his quarters despite having no training as a doctor or scientist. The crowds on the station become more hostile to Odo, who is forced to hide in his office to avoid a mob forming outside. Bashir suddenly arrives with new evidence. Ibudan's medical sample has started growing into a clone of Ibudan. Sisko, Bashir, and Odo determine that the murdered Ibudan was also another clone set up to incriminate Odo. They discover the real Ibudan hiding on the station, and Odo arrests him for the murder of his clone, but receives no apologies from the inhabitants of the station. And that pisses me off.
That he didn't get an apology?
That he didn't get a single apology from these people.
Yeah. But also, throughout the entire episode, he never once tries to, like, clear his name. In fact,
Right.
he goes around saying
He
things like,
shouldn't have
maybe,
to."
maybe it was me. You don't know if I didn't do that. I might have done that. And it's like, what are you trying to do, Odo?
Like he's
Consider is
extending his middle fingers with his shape-shifting powers.
But nobody who's been on the station or worked in Terok Nor for however long the Cardassians had it remembers that he also was they remember his collaboration with the Cardassians as constable, but not the fact that he was also kind of, the justice keeper or the peacekeeper and what he did for them. And it was just like how quickly they turn when they don't like
Yeah.
something. If only that was mirrored in the news today.
Yeah, crazy. It's just allegories as far as the eye can see.
Which, to be fair, is very much Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek.
True.
I did like this as an introduction to Odo because Odo was kind of rubbing me the wrong way in the previous episodes that we've seen him in because, like, oh, what is this goo man's deal? But
He's just old man, get off my lawn. Cut your hair.
He is.
He's the town sheriff, and he wants things done the right way.
And
Yeah,
he's been through it. He's seen some shit.
Oh yeah.
So I liked this introduction to him, but oh my God, I'm so pissed off that nobody offered any kind of apology to him. In the B plot, DS9's operations chief Miles O'Brien struggles to help his wife Keiko get used to living on the station where she is unable to follow her interests. Because remember, she's a botanist, and DS9 doesn't really have need for a botanist. But she sees a need and decides to fill that need by opening a school to teach the children of DS9. And she makes like a whole classroom, and then Jake shows up because Sisko like makes him, right? And she's like, well, okay, I guess I get this one kid. And then the Ferengi kid, Nog, is that Nog?
Yeah.
He
Nog,
shows
yeah.
up again under duress, and then other little kids of DS9 show up, and she goes to teach them, and I think it's the nicest thing.
So we got introduced to Rom as well in that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel
Nog's
like
dad. Yeah.
Yeah, Nog's dad. As the series has gone on, they made him dumber.
It's the Homer Simpson effect.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking of. Because the way he spoke and the confidence he had and things like that as he talked to Odo in that episode, I was like, oh, this is not the Rom from, later on in the series.
Yeah.
Not at all. So they change his character as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Interesting.
what was the other thing? Did they ever at any point say that the murder couldn't have been a rogue holodeck character? How many times has a holodeck almost killed or killed people on
I
the
was
Enterprise?
I was
And
just
guess
thinking
what
about
Guess what you don't have if you're a holodeck character? DNA. There'd not be another type of DNA there.
I'm gonna guess that.
Because that's exactly where I would have gone. I would have been like, first I would have been like, is that one dingus on board from the Enterprise who messes up the holodeck all the time? What's his name?
Barkley?
Barkley.
what are
Is he here?
the redundancy features of holodecks?
Yeah.
Do you guys think it should be illegal to kill your clone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if the clone is sentient,
Sentient.
Alive
Yeah.
and sentient.
Yeah,
Sapient. Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
And I guess it is a crime to attempt suicide.
Well, more like if Rob or my twin daughter tried to kill the other twin daughter.
Well, no,
Wait, what do you mean by suicide?
killing yourself, your clone.
Right. Oh, that counts as...
There are laws against that. Or there's
Killing.
maybe not laws against. There are
There's
social
punishments.
social punishments. For
Yeah.
I see. That's social. Yeah, okay.
I view clones more as siblings than yourself.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
maybe I'm in the wrong because I don't view clones as people.
Okay, but so what if,
Wowee!
Look at her.
Sorry,
wow.
sorry, any future
Hey,
clones.
hey,
Works for you.
At what
Hey.
point that raises the
free
question, at what
speech,
point,
free speech. You cannot take my First Amendment rights from me.
no, but at what point is it like a person, not a slab of meat?
Okay. Thomas Riker.
Clone. For all
No,
intents and purposes.
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Transporter. They call him a transporter clone.
Okay, then yeah, kill Thomas Riker.
Well,
Holy.
there she goes again. There she goes again. Just murder, murder, murder.
When you think you know a
Rebecca,
person.
I don't think anyone's going to be apologizing to you at the end of this episode either.
From kid mutiny to kid murder. And
Kid murder.
quick.
Kid murder.
I'm a clonist. What can I say?
Put that on your title card there.
Commander
Clonist.
Clonist.
Commander
I'm
Clonist.
trying to think. Are there
I'm
any
anti-clone rights.
Are there significant clone characters? I don't know beyond Thomas Riker off the top of my head. I can't think of.
They don't
Okay, so
delve
like,
too
okay,
much
so
cloning,
to cloning.
cloning in the if I remember correctly, there's laws like genetic manipulation. So I think that would cover cloning.
Okay,
in the
see,
Federation.
see. Oh, maybe.
But it's not the
Rebecca's
clone's
so
fault
wrong.
it's alive.
Which is why they didn't just put Thomas Riker in the transporter buffer and go,
And the clone that they grew accidentally in the lab, they set him off on his own way and said he's going to go live his life. To which I thought to myself, he has a face of a guy who's like wanted all around the system
Commit
for
crimes, yeah.
for his crimes. So that sucks. Give the guy a plastic surgery to make his face look different or
they
something.
did that
All
off
right.
panel.
So
Well, I don't
could,
think clones are people. Prove me wrong.
could
I got in trouble for saying that too earlier.
could Ebodon create a clone so heavy that he could not lift it?
Could God microwave a burrito so hot that he
could
himself
not eat
could
it?
not eat it?
These are good questions.
All right. All in
This
all,
is
an okay
the first
episode.
first mention that a day on the station is 26 hours. Okay. Babel. The crew and civilian population of Deep Space Nine begin to speak gibberish when a plague, an aphasia virus engineered by the Bajorans as a weapon against the Cardassians, accidentally gets released into the station's atmosphere. This one, I have always liked Chief O'Brien. I've always been a fan.
He's probably my
Love
second
what
or
they're
third
doing
favorite
with him on
character.
DS9. I love that
just
we're
wait.
getting some more more
He's in my
Chief
top
Miles of
5
Pride.
for sure.
Great character. So, an overworked Chief O'Brien is attempting to repair numerous malfunctions throughout the station, including most of the station's food replicators. Big ruh-roh. Okay, well, so food replicators, is it really food?
Yeah,
Like, it's
just,
part of the clone conversation, right?
Well, no,
Kill the
they don't.
replicators.
It doesn't
Kill the
create more-
replicators!
It doesn't create more food. It takes other organic compounds and changes it into food.
Is
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
organic compound?
Could a replicator make a replicator so big that it... No, all right, go ahead.
He unknowingly activates a device hidden in one of the replicators, and shortly afterward, O'Brien begins showing signs of aphasia. He becomes unable to speak coherently or comprehend spoken language. Lieutenant Dax soon becomes aphasic as well. Dr. Bashir discovers that the aphasia is caused by a virus in the food created by replicators on the command level. People all over
Is the virus alive? Is the virus alive?
The virus is synthetic.
It was synthetic.
kill the
So-
virus.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. By this rationale, how do you feel about the synthetics in the TNG universe? Do they deserve to live?
Data?
Like Data.
Data, lore.
Well, yeah, because he's a robot. Robots are not clones.
They're not created
But
based
they're
off,
but they're
well-
self-aware.
and they're made from nothing, like made from component parts.
So in addition to aphasia,
Yeah. Good idea. Good idea.
There's an entire episode called Measure a Man where you can go watch that and have the debate.
The virus causes a dangerously high and potentially deadly fever in its victims. The station is put under quarantine to keep the virus from spreading. Odo discovers that the bartender Quark has been selling food from a replicator in an unoccupied room on the command level, resulting in the contaminated food being spread all over the station. Okay, so I post scarcity society, food replicator, food free. Quark selling food.
When it's the only working replicator in town.
Oh.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
Quark's replicator was making really nasty stew, remember? So he went and found another replicator that was making better stew, better food.
Gotcha.
Gotta make the Latin.
Okay.
Gotta make the Latin.
Okay, cool. Thank you. The virus mutates to become airborne, endangering the entire population of the station. Major Kira soon finds a module in the last replicator O'Brien had worked on. Bashir discovers that it wrote the aphasia virus into the molecular pattern of any food being replicated. Bashir determines that the virus was engineered by a Bajoran terrorist during the time of the Kardashian occupation on Bajor. The doctor who created the virus is long dead, but one of his fellow resistance fighters, Cermak Ren, is now the administrator at a Bajoran hospital. Kira believes Dr. Cermak may have some knowledge of this virus, so she brings him to DS9. At first, Cisco refuses to allow Kira to leave, but she assures him that she will not break quarantine. Kira flies to Bajor and transports Cermak directly to her runabout. Initially, he refuses to help, but relents when Kira reveals that by being aboard the runabout, Cermak is also infected with the aphasia virus. Again, this is the Wild West out here.
Well,
No
so
rules.
This is Kira reverting to her her
Resistant.
terrorist tendencies
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the rebellion.
Exactly.
This
So-
is like, oh, we got a problem. I can fix that. You can't. Nope. Trust me. I will do it to the letter of the Federation law, kind of. But I got a plan.
And I
be
like the
back.
doctor too. How the doctor's like, yeah, I remember that thing.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
that was fun.
What's that old virus up to these days?
Now, did it worry anybody else that she can just scoot on over to orbit and beam anyone off a planet without their consent?
Well-
Like the
Well, I mean-
the ease of kidnapping now, the quotient of ease of kidnapping is through the roof. Like,
Right, but I mean, the Federation. I mean, granted, look at it from other Star Trek perspectives. They're being parties of people down, so they're saying, okay, we're beaming up. But we saw in Insurrection that can happen at any time. And granted, they had to tag the people to do it. But if you
Right.
get a lock on somebody, it's just like,
yeah,
boop. Hey, how you
could just-
doing?
exactly. Like,
Could you imagine if ice had this power?
I don't want to.
Stop it.
I know, it's
Do
not
give people
great.
ideas.
Yeah, okay, I'm giving them holodeck and transporter ideas.
You don't know what they got. It's the government.
Government.
That is true. They're offering like $60,000 bonuses. Meanwhile, virtually the entire crew is incapacitated. A freighter captain, desperate to avoid infection, tries to leave DS9 without clearance and ruptures his ship's power core in the process. To prevent the resulting explosion from destroying half of the station, the ship must be ejected from its dock. Odo recruits Quark, who is unaffected by the virus. So it's just these two. It's Odo and Quark gotta save DS9.
Yeah.
They jettison the ship and it explodes at a safe distance. Cermak is eventually able to create an antidote for the aphasia virus.
So we're no longer
Fun.
talking like chili, flashlight, ice cream, syphilis.
Oh my god, it got Carrie.
Oh,
Fun episode. I like Kira. Every time I hear her talk, I imagine a chihuahua on a short leash. Just
Oh yeah. She is for sure. Like,
well, it's like O'Brien said in the pilot. Sir, have you ever worked with a Bajoran woman before?
Wait till she's unleashed, Rebecca.
You
Oh,
guys
yeah.
can always tell when I'm watching DS9 because I send pictures of barking chihuahuas to the group chat.
That being said, I love her so much. She's
Oh, she's great.
She's one of my favorite Star Trek characters.
I love her, but she's
think
like
that-
she's always at a 10.
Yeah, well,
She
yeah,
is.
yeah. But I think
Oh.
that giving her always a 10, I think that her character. I know that she was written in as the Rolaren replacement, and I think that it would have been interesting to see. I find it more interesting for what we got with Kira at 10 all the time. She's just always on. As opposed to Ro, who could be like, okay, and very quiet and down. And I don't know that we would have gotten the same relationship that we see with her at Cisco. The I work with you, not for you. I have to listen to you, but I don't always like it.
Yeah. Wait till you see romantic smiling Kira. Just wait for that.
Or Superintendent Kira.
Romantic.
Or even that, if
Nintendo
you want to go
Kira.
that farther. Yeah.
I think we've forgotten the cardinal rule of this series. Of
Don't forget
the
rule number
show.
2.
You don't talk about Star Trek?
No, you can't say wait until.
Oh,
Wait
wait
until.
Oh,
That's
that's right. That's
I
right.
did forget at the very beginning of the episode to ask you guys if you remembered the rules. Rule 1, be cool. Rule 2, we're not going to spend any time doing, oh my God, I can't wait for this. Rule 3, have fun. Trivia for this
Also-
episode. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, do the trivia. I just have one thing
Well,
that
it's-
I'd like to point out.
It's so lame. Dr. Bashir says, I'm a doctor, not a, just like Dr.
Yes.
McCoy does. Isn't that fun?
There's a couple of things about the aphasia virus that I think that are noteworthy. One, we see a day in the life for O'Brien, where it's just like, hey, this is broken. We gave you a rust bucket, fix
Yeah.
it. And just the fact that he's just like, and the next thing, and we see him get snarky, which we haven't really seen before. Like, oh, well, I guess I'll do this thing now because somebody just told me to do that. And it's kind of fun seeing that edge to O'Brien that we've not seen before.
Yeah,
But
I don't
also-
know. I don't know if you guys have ADHD, but that whole opening sequence with O'Brien, pretty good representation of what it's like to have ADHD. not that you are being called to do other things, but you.
That's just
it
the
is-
way your brain works.
It's just the way your brain works.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
And also, the other part of it is when Jake got affected, and Bashir calls Cisco down to the med lab, like, there's something you need to see. And as a parent, I totally appreciated hey, I don't want to alarm you at work, but I do need you to come here, and I can't tell you why just yet. So that when he gets there, the emotion of, oh, you not only needed me for a medical issue, but this is a personal issue. And I loved Bashir's restraint with that, as opposed to just like, your son is in the med bay, you need to come here, or the medical lab. And watching Cisco deal with an aphasic Jake, and you can see he's worried, he's a little scared, and he's like, but the fact he's like, that as an adult seeing that, but the projection that he has to give to Jake of just like, it's going to be okay. And that reassuring factor so that Jake doesn't worry further. I'm just like, well written.
Having started DS9, it's the only piece of media that I have encountered so far in my life that has made me go, oh, kind of a bummer that I don't have kids, because I will never fully understand and relate to the experiences of a parent.
I keep
And
offering to loan you mine.
I don't want them. I love
Okay, so
them.
shoot
Happy
it off the
birthday
thought,
to them.
Rebecca. Do you
I'm allowed to express my opinion.
She contains multitudes.
Prove me wrong. Clones aren't people. Sometimes I wish I knew what it was like to be a parent.
But
So
not
you're
a
saying
parent
that
of
many
a
things
clone.
can be true at once.
So
I, like a diamond, have many facets. Yes, Tony.
There was two things I noticed in this episode as well. One went back to what I said earlier, where I thought they had Rom acting too smart in a previous episode based on what his character becomes. Quark specifically says Rom is an idiot in this episode, and so they've started to plant the seeds.
But also, haven't you ever met somebody and at first you're like, oh my God, this person is great. They're so smart. And then the more you've gotten to know them, you're like, oh my God, they're an idiot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And then second thing was Jake.
I'm that guy.
Oh. And second thing was I felt really bad for O'Brien because he almost died. And the next scene is, hey, O'Brien, glad to have you back at work. And then he yells at him about the replicator again because the coffee is bad. It just
did.
instantaneously.
Okay, Tony,
O'Brien!
oh, wait a minute. Tony,
Yeah.
I can help you with this one. I can actually have an answer for this one. And I realize that as somebody who does not drink coffee, you do not understand what this means for the coffee to just not be coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
but
never
still.
really had a bad coffee. Bad coffee will piss you off in a way that like
Almost
you can't even
died.
fathom.
He almost died.
I don't care. I need my coffee.
Imagine it's like you get your Mountain Dew and the syrup is low.
Oh, it makes me so mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is.
I would have got if I was writing that. Not that I'm a
Listen,
writer, but I would have gone with something along the lines of take a drink, make a face, and just say the more things change, and then or something like that.
No,
but
a
there
bad
was
coffee
also-
can really push you over the edge.
But also the fact that we go right back to A Day in the Life for O'Brien. It's
That's
like,
true.
yeah, you did almost die, but you are the chief of operations. You are
Was-
the guy who keeps this thing running.
It be like that, O'Brien.
As
the
a,
job
You guys
chose.
are in IT. Is
I
it
was gonna
not
say,
like
as an
this?
IT person, I get it. Maybe that's why it resonated with me so much. I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
No one ever says thank you.
The other thing
No
that I
one,
like about this
ever.
episode is the Quark and Odo partnership.
Yes.
That was fun.
it was good.
That's the beginning of a beautiful relationship that is your Spock and Bones for this show.
Oh baby, I've been revisiting some Spock and Bones content. You guys, oh my god. Okay, Captive Pursuit, the last episode we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
For the first time, an alien comes from the other side of the wormhole. He has ship trouble and seems very reluctant to accept any help. And Chief O'Brien quickly finds out that he has a secret. And Carrie happens to have, if you're watching at home, a picture
No,
of
that's
the
a picture on
figurine.
his iPad.
See, I
Here
used to
I-
have this. I used to have these
Picture, though.
action figures, but I sold them all. So
Did you have that one?
I did. I had this one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I have that one too. It's just in the box, and I didn't want to dig it out.
Brag,
my,
brag, brag. A damaged, unidentified vessel from the Gamma Quadrant docks at Deep Space Nine for repairs. Well, okay, it doesn't dock at Deep Space Nine for repairs. It happens to come through the wormhole, and everyone's like, "Hey, your ship's fucked," and and they manage to get the ship over to DS9.
Yeah.
Well, they tried to
And-
beam it in.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, don't.
No, I'm good.
don't. I'm serious, really. Don't do this.
I'm good. Well, and then, so it's docked, and then O'Brien just goes in, and I'm like,
No,
"Hey,
no, he was told to go in.
not by the guy."
It was an order.
By Cisco.
He's
Yeah,
following
but I feel
orders.
like vampire rules. I feel like you should at least be invited into somebody's like spaceship.
Especially when you saved it
Well-
and they didn't want it saved.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Tosk, I think, realized that he, the ship is going to go bad.
He did.
Yeah.
He admitted it.
Yeah, I just
know,
thought it
when
was
he said-
pretty
When he
pretty
powered
freaking
down.
rude that O'Brien just goes onto the ship and starts poking around. I would be pissed.
Obviously, you're also
Okay,
not an
here.
IT worker because let me tell you, that's the first thing we do when someone has a computer problem. We just get in there and start clicking on things. And seeing
Tony,
what's
every
wrong.
time you're like, "Hey, can I help you? Can I take over your computer?" I'm like,
So,
Let me
would
just
you
do it, it'll
rather-
be faster.
Would you rather be, or just have him fix it?
We don't need Tony to see the links to the DS9 porn parodies. We just don't. All right.
"That's just for Jake and me."
I
So
don't
the
want to see it.
reptilian pilot, identified only as Tosk, is the first known life form from the Gamma Quadrant to visit the station.
I am
Chief
Tosk.
Miles O'Brien. You're doing a great impression.
Thank you.
Chief Miles O'Brien suspects Tosk is running from something due to evidence of weapons fire on his vessel. O'Brien befriends Tosk and tries to help him repair his ship.
I do want to say, Rebecca,
Yeah.
so you were like pissed that O'Brien went in there. But
Yeah.
the way he reacts in there when Tosk is invisible and he's like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm a friend. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Everything's
I
okay.
love O'Brien's interactions with this guy. It's dare I say, better than Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Like it is. I think O'Brien does such a good job of communicating with someone who they are not exactly on the same wavelength. I think he's very talented at that, and I really like that for him.
I think that it's not. I think that it's the other side of the coin. They speak a similar language as opposed to we have nothing in common.
Yeah.
And O'Brien is building the bridge of we speak similar languages. I don't understand everything about your culture, but I can at least talk to you and I can at least draw information out of you.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
I think some of that may come from the fact that he also is a parent, but his kid is really young.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. I like
Yeah.
that.
So O'Brien, what do we got here? Whoa,
Hunter
we're,
of
we're not
Tusk.
there
Yeah.
yet. We're not there
Oh,
yet.
okay. I'm sorry.
O'Brien befriends
Spoilers.
Tusk and tries to help him repair his ship. However, Tusk attempts to steal from a weapons locker and is put in a holding cell by Odo. Kind of crazy that he can just access the information about where the weapons are on
that's
Deep
freely
Space Nine.
available to anyone
Like,
on the station, apparently.
I super appreciate transparency.
This just proves that they have IT but not IS on Deep Space Nine.
Exactly. I was going to say, your IT crew will tell you where anything is. It's up to the
Carrie,
security
stop
team.
farting.
It's up to
Sorry,
the
I don't-
security team to tell you, to tell
Odo.
the IT team to say, don't tell people that.
Well, speaking of which, could you take
Odo-
over my computer, Tony, and fix it?
Yeah, Tony,
give
could
me a
you get in
second.
there and
Let's
fix
get in
it?
there.
And relatedly, can you imagine Odo trying to program the computer?
He should be really good at it because he can have as many fingers as he wants and just.
Yeah, my
smash
man
at the
barely
same
knows
time.
how to use a typewriter, I'm sure.
He's been one though.
Uniformed aliens arrive through the wormhole and beam onto DS9 and start a phaser battle with a team led by Commander Sisko. The aliens fight their way into the brig where Tosk is being held. Sisko, O'Brien, and Odo enter the room as one of the aliens expresses his disappointment at finding Tosk captured alive. Tosk, it transpires, is the alien hunter's quarry. The hunter commands Sisko to lower the force field to release Tosk, but Sisko refuses. They discuss the issue, and the hunter agrees to place the wormhole out of bounds for future hunts. As much as he detests this practice, Sisko believes that under the Prime Directive, the law forbidding interfering with alien cultures, he must release Tosk to the aliens. Wild. This is the episode that made me go, wow, this is truly the Wild West. Like, this is this is nutso.
But no,
Yeah.
but that is the Prime Directive. That is General Order 1. Don't interfere in other native cultures.
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially when you're a guest on someone else's like station,
Yeah.
what's Cisco gonna do? Like, we're already here as the guests of the Bajorans.
This is some crazy hide and seek that they're playing. So after talking to the bartender Quark, O'Brien realizes that he can change the rules of the hunt before Tosk is taken away by the hunters. I love this interaction because O'Brien calls Quark Barkeep, and Quark
Barkeep.
responds so aggressively. He's like, "Call me Barkeep one more time, motherfucker. I will kill you."
I am your host.
I will end you, O'Brien.
I'm a community leader.
He lies to Odo and convinces him to release Tosk into his care, claiming it is a Starfleet, not a Bajoran matter. O'Brien escorts the Hunter and Tosk into an airlock, but the chief has it rigged to overload, knocking out the Hunter, allowing O'Brien to help Tosk escape. In Ops, Sisko is informed about the situation and tells Odo to pursue the duo at a leisurely pace, giving O'Brien time to help Tosk escape the station with the Hunters in pursuit. This interaction, this episode is the episode that made me go, okay, Deep Space Nine, I think I'm finally starting to get invested in you. Because Sisko, when he realizes what O'Brien is doing, he's like, oh, okay, Odo, go get them, but take your time. And Odo's like, moving so slowly to the elevator.
His brisk walk turns into a stroll.
And I really do like I really do like his acknowledgement there of that nod, because he and Cisco up to this point also haven't really been on the same page about anything.
Yeah.
But for Odo to be like, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, actually, Jake, slightly counter to that, this is the first episode that we see after Cisco has just relieved him of command and then put him right back.
I mean, fair.
So it's also the we're okay. We're not at odds.
We're not friends, but
Yeah, we're not friends, but we're not at odds either.
yeah.
So Tosk escapes, and O'Brien is like, "Hey man, this is what you do, and so they're gonna come get you. Like, this win-win situation for everybody. Isn't this fun? I will miss you, my friend, but go have fun being the rabbit on a racetrack, I guess."
Exactly.
Later, an angry Cisco reprimands O'Brien for his actions. The chief expresses his surprise at not being apprehended immediately by Odo. Cisco claims that he must have slipped up and smiles wryly after O'Brien has left his office. Oh, and now we're learning these guys are a little cheeky and maybe they like to have some fun sometimes.
The old, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
But I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I like, well, O'Brien calls me like, "No, but you could have changed the security lockouts at any time." And Cisco's is like, "Oh,
I don't know.
Must have
This
slipped
is
my mind.
Cole Meany's favorite episode from the first season. Don't blame him, because he's featured so prominently. And Michael Westmore and his makeup department won an Emmy for their work on this episode.
For their work on Killer Croc.
Yeah. His look was inspired by like a crocodile on like a National Geographic cover or
Obviously.
something.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you're right. It does kind of look like early iterations of Killer Croc.
He's Killer Croc.
Kind of a lizard too.
Almost like the Lizard and Spider-Man, the
Yep.
animated
yeah, he's-
series, the classic.
Yeah, the makeup is based upon a picture of an alligator he saw in Smithsonian Magazine. So there you go.
and it's also, well, we also get to see a different side of O'Brien, not just in his how to be subversive, but his ingenuity. And I think this is one of the first times on here we really get to see him be like, I can do this and make this happen this way. It's not regulation, but I'll try it out. And just see him being crafty, and that's a fun twist for just the guy who started off in like 3 to beam up.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why.
Yeah.
He's been so loyal to like Starfleet and everything that for him to break out of that box and you watch it happen, and then when he takes his communicator off and tosses it on the table, and it's like, oh, yeah, I like bold
gosh.
O'Brien.
A little rebellious.
That's why he's considered the greatest engineer in Starfleet history. We find out later on in Lower Decks.
That is true. Yeah, I like him. I don't know. What do we think? Some good episodes. Good stuff.
It was a,
They're
it was a
building
pretty,
blocks.
Yeah.
Building block
Yeah.
episodes.
Building blocks.
It's a lot of introduction episodes. Yep.
Yeah, next week, or not next week, but next episode, we will be talking about QLess, which I watched, by the way. I've got
skipping
opinions
ahead,
about my
huh?
boyfriend.
Oh, really?
He was being so mean. Okay, QLess, Dax, the passenger,
Got punched
and
in the
move along
face.
home.
He deserved it.
He's
We're gonna
so mean in this episode. We can talk about it next time.
coming up.
Well, thanks you guys for joining us on this episode 69 of TV Show in Space. And any final words before we part for...
I love Kira. I love Kira.
Okay, well, clones aren't people, and I guess...
My final words are I appreciate now that we're getting the next generation send-offs out of the way, and very quickly DS9 is going to be standing on its own.
It just becomes its own show. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still a little nervous, you guys, but I'm excited to continue going where no man has gone before, but a lot of people have
The
gone
Gamma
before.
Quadrant.
Wormhole. Goodbye, everybody.